Hello and welcome to the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational. I am the Crushinator and I am excited to be back at this most excellent tournament. It took a little bit of a time off since the last NGS off-season was over the Christmas break, but now that the NGS off-season is over the summer, we are back with this very unique tournament hosted by DeWitt and the team Zul'jin Distillery, who are featured here tonight. They're going to be taking on the A team in at least my first cast of the XGDI. Hope you're all having an excellent evening here. We've got our lobby all set up. Looks like everything is cool. So why don't we take a moment to head over to the map screen, because I'm sure it's going to be a little different than you're used to if you've been checking out my NGS casts. Now you might notice, you look at this screen, Crush, there's a lot of maps here. It's kind of just overflowing everything. And you'd be absolutely right. Goon, coming on in with the 5 months right on time you are. Give him the caster ready while we have a moment, but take a look at this insanity of a map pool. We have 13 available maps here in the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational. Only maps not available are Warhead Junction and Blackheart's Bay. Can you believe with a 13 map pool we couldn't get a Warhead Junction? We got Haunted Mines available, and we couldn't get Warhead Junction. Of course, these maps are voted on by the teams in the league, so it's understandable. Nonetheless, would have been nice. Would have been nice. But our bans tonight, the A team, banning out Garden of Terror, Hanamura Temple, and Haunted Mines. Zul'jin Distillery removing Dragonshire, Volskaya Foundry, and Sky Temple. And we're going to be starting things off right away here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's jump right in. We are in. We are ready to go. I hope you're all ready for some casual, chill fun. If you're unfamiliar with the XGDI, this is a collection, invitation-only tournament of teams in about the NGS divisions B through D. That's generally where teams tend to fall in this competition. As we see Diablo banned out first here by the A team. Zul'jin Distillery thinking about their next ban. Diablo a fine ban versus DeWitt. DeWitt, a longtime veteran Diablo player here for XGD. You thought Haunted Mines wasn't playable anymore? It is still technically selectable in custom lobbies. And it is part of the map pool, but it won't be seen today because it was banned away by the A team. Tassadar next to be removed, as well as Sylvanas and Junkrat, getting rid of those assassins off the top. And Moose Cannon gonna start things off with a Johanna here for the A team. I realize I've forgotten to put in my players. How embarrassing. There we go. Let's get all them loaded up here. Cowboy Kyle is here. Led is here. We've got Moose Cannon. We've got Harking. We've got Tootie. Tootie changed their name. Goodness gracious to Tootie A. Ankle Shot and Lead going to open up with Kael'thas Stukov. Very comfortable heroes for those two. Not too surprised to see those come on out from Zul'jin Distillery. Who else we got playing for the A team today? We've got Korsakov and we've got Trench. Lovely. All right, we've got all of our players loaded in. I love to see it. Tootie is going to bring us the Rhaegar and Trench on the Gul'dan. The Orc squad is in for the A team. Classic combination of our green Orcs. And it's all about flair here in the XGDI. It's important. It's important. Both teams do have their big wave clear mages locked up here. The A team, of course, with their Johanna. Definitely going to help out with the Gul'dan. Going to be roasting those waves, no problem. Zul'jin Distillery going to get rid of the Vala here. One of the more versatile assassins remaining, considered all that have been picked and banned thus far. The A team, they're looking across at Kael'thas and Stukov. They've already removed one tank, so they're going to go ahead and remove a second with a Nubarak, since they've already got their Johanna locked up here. See what Zul'jin Distillery is thinking for the tank position. Or if they want to get their off lane and their flex first and leave their tank for last pick. It is doable. Notably, Blaze still on the table. Blaze, Kael'Thas, Stukov could be a pretty deadly combo here for Zul'jin Distillery. DeWitt is going to lock in the Varian, though. Getting that tank pick out of the way, and B-Fresh is going to go for the Tychus, so a very classic kill composition. Single target pick here for XGD. The Kael'Thas right on top of that Varian Tychus Stukov. The A-team looking to round out their comp. They've got their wave clear. They've got their battery here. See what they want to flex into. See what they want to pick for this off lane. Arking and G and Korsakov. They're going to go with Hanzo Sonya here. Sonya, great siege damage, great engage, possibly into the backline of Zul'jin Distillery. Hanzo, we might see another form of engage with the Dragon Arrow as well, which can help with Johanna's generally lacking engage options. Cowboy Kyle on the last spot is going to play that Rexar. Looks like Zul'jin Distillery just going with a very, very comfortable draft here to start off the night. Nothing too crazy, just right down the middle into those comfort picks. Cowboy Kyle, a prolific Rexar player. We'll get to see that in the bottom lane here on Tomb today. All right. Oh, is my prediction not working? Oh, disaster. All right, we'll have to do a custom here. Prediction, who will win? The A-team, Zul'jin Distillery. All right, we got it up. We're loading in here to Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 1. Now is your chance to bet who is going to win this game number 1. Got the Johanna Gul'dan. It's hard to bet against the Gul'dan. Over on the side of Zul'jin Distillery, they've got a very scary pick composition. We'll see who can execute better here as we jump into our first game of the day. Let's do it. It's game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. On the left in the blue, we have the A-team. Tootie is on the Rhaegar, Harkin G on the Hanzo, Moose Cannon on Johanna, Trench is playing Gul'dan, and Korsakov on the Sonya. On the right in the red, we have Zul'jin Distillery. Ankle Shot is on Kael'Thas, DeWitt is on Varian, Lead is on the Stukov, B-Fresh on the Tychus, and Cowboy Kyle is playing Rexar. Let's do it. Game number 1 is underway here. Hanzo going to be stacking the scatter arrows on level 1. DeWitt going for the Lion's Maw quest on 1. Got a little bit of a buff in one of the more recent patches. And Kael'Thas going to be looking for globes, as Kael'Thas's are often known to do. See who's going to jump on top of these rotations first. Moose Cannon going to be discovered in the top section there, as Gul'dan just going ahead and making short work of that wave before heading on up with the rest of the A-team here. Sonya heading on down to the bottom lane is going to be dueling with Rexar a little bit here. That's going to come down to a skill matchup. Of course, Sonya with no mana to be seen cannot be drained of such a resource. And Rexar with good positioning can avoid the Sonya, but could be a drain on that mana bar if Misha takes too many of those slams. Nice combo there from Lead, hitting 3 with the weighted pustule before throwing out that silence. See, back camp is up. The A-team is going to send 2 on over there to start that up, keeping their wave clear battery on the rotation. DeWitt still level 2 here, does not have the taunt to start going for those kills. Could potentially go for it with a Kael'Thas and a quick Netherwind before level 4, but it's a lot easier to set that up once you have that taunt. Left side Bruiser going to be picked up by the A-team here. We see Zul'jin Distillery starting up their camp on the right. Will be a little bit behind, though it's not that bad to grab your Bruiser camp second, as long as you don't spend too long taking it, as we see this camp is going to be pushing into the mid-wall. Looks like we have a possible invade here. The A-team is moving across as 4. Lead and B-Fresh are going to be gathered up there by Johanna, and the point is stolen. The rest of Zul'jin Distillery are going to collapse here, but realize they don't really want this fight in this corridor, and that is a very tricky play from the A-team, getting that quick steal. So now Zildjian Distillery has to clear the front camp. They've got to clear the back camp. And all of a sudden, that map pressure that they were hoping to equalize gets sent double in against them. Mid-wall taking some damage there. Taunt comes on out. Silence as well. And that is the kill combo we are going to see from Zildjian Distillery. Rhaegar falls as first blood there. See gem count getting close to 50, but not quite there just yet. Korsakov is the next target. There's the taunt. There is the follow-up. And Sonya is down. Right on cooldown. Another kill here for Zildjian Distillery. Varian is going to be looking for blood here, dropping off 22 on the bottom side. Trench stepping up there is going to be slow. Taunt follow-up is there. Led with the low blow is going to secure that kill. A third kill coming on through for Zildjian Distillery. Rexar able to grab the bottom camp there with Be Fresh, and now Zildjian Distillery are really starting to turn it on here on the map. Ankle shot trying to drop off 8. Moose Cannon. Not going to see it in time. Mounted up before getting into that vent, so did not have vision on Kael'thas there. Web Weavers are on the way. We see Rexar was able to drop off enough down in the bottom lane to get that started. Korsakov still has to deal with this siege camp here. Getting one of those minions down as we see another possible collapse here on the mid. They're looking for Johanna, but the Iron Skin is going to be enough to get Moose Cannon and those 20 gems on out of there. Mid is going to be cleared up, but top lane push is coming on through from Zildjian Distillery. Death Wave coming on through. Unfortunately, sometimes the Death Wave can still target those invulnerable wells. But it looks like this one is going to shoot on into the fort. DeWitt getting collapsed onto on the bottom side here. Lead splitting with that growing infestation lurking arm. Now the A-team forced to back off. We'll see if they can save this top fort here. It's already down pretty low. Ankle shot throwing out those bombs. Gonna spread onto Moose Cannon. Nice silence onto Rhaegar. Trench is gonna be able to get on out of there with less than 80 health. But Lead is absolutely running this game so far on Stukov. Moose Cannon forced to back as we see the first objective of the game. Getting a ton of work done here for Zildjian Distillery. Pushing onto this keep wall before the 5-minute mark. Taunt comes out, silence onto Gul'dan. Great follow-up from Ankle Shot, and Gul'dan is going to go down here. That's the 5th kill for Zildjian Distillery. Korsakov on the bottom side, trying to make sure to have enough for a next possible turn-in, have enough to get close to level 10 here for the A-team. As Zildjian Distillery, feeling confident, are going to try to rip a quick boss here in the top lane. Rexar not in the area. See the A-team looking for an opportunity to turn in. DeWitt is going to deny that. Maybe tipping off the location of the rest of the team, but they've already got this nearly down. Led has to stop tanking this for a moment here. Be Fresh may have to step up. There's the boss stolen by Zildjian Distillery. The A-team sort of stuck in the back trying to clear these waves. Didn't want to get into an 8 versus 10 fight. Speaking of those 10s, Zildjian Distillery, they've got the Commandeer Odin, Pyroblast, Unleash the Boars, Flailing Swipe, and it is going to be the shield wall here for Varian. Top boss going to get a little bit done, but what it's mostly going to do is allow Zildjian Distillery to split the map here. DeWitt checking this camp, but no one is home. As top boss is going to go down. We'll see if mid-fort can be taken fast enough. These minions are getting cleared away, though. Can they step up and finish this off? The A-team is starting to rotate, but the rotation is going to be a little bit late here as mid-fort does go down. Korsakov has to watch out for this rotation, and Zildjian Distillery has exactly enough for their next turn in if they all move in. They do need Cowboy Kyle to drop off one, I think. No, they got enough. I thought they were only 2 over, but now they're looking for Korsakov. There it is. Oh, the leap actually comes out at the exact right moment. The silence was still forming there, and now turning it around, Misha is going to go down. Blessed Shield engaged from Moose Cannon is going to gather him up. There's the arrow from Arkan G. counter boars are coming on out. DeWitt is trying to walk it away here. Turns it around on the Moose Cannon. That's 28 gems down. Harkin is going to move up and grab those as Korsakov spins back to safety. 1 for 1 for now, but here comes Misha back. Korsakov is going to get healed on up to survive that Pyroblast. 1 ult for 1 ult there, as Zul'jin Distillery are all piled up here in the bottom lane, looking to get the last fort down. The A-team with another quick Misha kill there, but they've got to be able to step up and clear out this wave. Otherwise, they might be losing this. Trench is going to be taunted there. Nice job with the purge by Tootie, but the fort will go down. Johanna back on the battlefield is going to be trying to clear up the mid-wave that's crashing. Top is moving on to the keep here, and with this focus, this keep is going to melt really, really fast. We'll see if it's going to be enough here. It is. Top keep is going to fall, and Zul'jin Distillery, continuing to put pressure on the mid, is looking pretty unstoppable here in Tomb of the Spider Queen. Now they're just going to go in for a quick bruiser steal, and the A-team are going to just try to find their footing as the onslaught since level 4 has been relentless from Zul'jin Distillery. Moose Cannon thinking about coming in. There's the arrow. Leap in. Korsakov, they're going to try to fight over this camp before 16. Sonya is going to be going down first, though, and Zul'jin Distillery claims the camp. Moose Cannon is caught in the midst, and that is going to be a double kill here for Zul'jin Distillery. They don't have enough for a next turn in. Boss is still 2 minutes away, but they might be able to pressure this keep with this taken bruiser camp. Here comes the camp through the mid. DeWitt looking for an opportunity to step up and find another taunt. Trench back on the battlefield, trying to put as much damage out as possible, but this keep is already at half. The 18 back to full strength. DeWitt moving in there. There's the silence follow-up. Can Rhaegar get away here? Tootie is not going to get hit with the Pyroblast. Great Horrify, and that is going to be Tychus going down here. The wave is still pressuring the keep, though. Nice kill by the A-team, and it looks like they are going to save their structure. A very nice defense after what has been all Zul'jin Distillery throughout this mid-game. Arkin with all the gems required here for the A-team. They're going to get that turn in. Zul'jin Distillery going to be able to get their back bruiser camp while they're waiting for Tychus to respawn. They've only really got pressure in the mid lane here. Their top and bottom are pushed in on the A-team, so the Web Weavers are mostly just going to get those lanes pushed out again. Sonya showing in the top lane to try to push that Web Weaver in a little bit further, clear out those catapults. But there's a nice purge. There's an arrow onto 2 after Moose Cannon gathers them up. Good disengage. It does cost them an arrow, but at least Trench gets out alive. Mid-Web Weaver is going to be taken down there by Zul'jin Distillery. Arkin pushing up the bottom lane. Sonya was pushing the top lane here. See where the focus is going to be for the A-team. Sonya thinking about clearing mid is going to have to come down to join, but that means mid is going to be crashing into an already weakened fort here. The A-team is going to be forced to back off as Sonya has to deal with the wave. Rhaegar getting out of trouble there on the bottom side. Zul'jin Distillery, they almost have their 16s. Looks like they're looking at the bottom camp here to help secure that advantage. Boss is available here, and we see the A-team showing on the top side, trying to push out this lane so they have some vision control over this boss lane. They have enough for their next turn in. Looks like Korsakov's trying to drop off. Arkin on 23, not going to get the opportunity as DeWitt comes on through. There's the charge onto Moose Cannon. Shieldbreaker is going to knock out the Iron Skin there. But no engage to be had. Almost done with the gems here is Zul'jin Distillery. It looks like they're just going to go and rip a boss once again. They have their 16 advantage, and they're going to flex it here. Showing on the mid-wave is the A-team. Sonya's in the bottom lane. There's no way they're going to get up here in time. And this boss is going to be pushing straight onto core here in the top lane for Zul'jin Distillery. See if a counter turn-in is going to be enough here. Harkin dropped off. Now Tootie needs 4 in. So that'll blunt this boss push a little bit, and mid and bot are actually around the mid lane here, so could get some damage if the top lane fight goes long enough. Zul'jin Distillery is actually going to break off here from their boss. Not going to try to threaten the core with this push. Instead, just going to try to save their other lanes to make sure they have that catapult advantage approaching level 20s. I do like this play here from Zul'jin Distillery. Rather than going for the low percentage 5v5 push into the core, they just move on back and basically waste all the gems here from the A team. Top is not going to be getting anywhere. Mid is cleared up. Bottom is cleared up. So those gems, they caused a decision to be made, but that's a lot. It's a pretty costly decision to be forced here for the A team, as they are now 34 gems away from their next turn-in. They are about to find 16, so if they get that, they could potentially take an even talent tier fight here. See the turn in here on the right, 28, and the last two are going to be dropped by ankle shot. And now, Zul'jin Distillery is going to try to use these web weavers as a win condition. The A team are on equal talent tiers. If they're going to take a fight, they should probably do so quickly. There it is. The arrow comes on out. We're going to see Rexar caught here. Cowboy Kyle is going to go ahead and take a nap on the battlefield, nullifying so much of that damage. Trench going to be healed up there by Tootie as DeWitt hit with that Horrify. Moose Cannon gathering them all up again, but is starting to get low. Gotta watch that bomb spread. Johanna will go down. DeWitt could be in trouble as well, as Sonya is spinning on through, but is able to move away. Silent Zone comes on out from Lead as the chase continues. There is the Silent Zone onto Sonya. Tootie trying to get away here. Pyroblast will secure that kill. Now Trench is going to be run down, and it's a quad kill and an objective push here for Zul'jin Distillery, and this almost certainly looks like it's going to be the end of game number 1. GG has been called in the chat. DeWitt moving in onto Harkin, but not going to be required. We've got catapults galore in the top lane, and we've got objectives waving on in. Zul'jin Distillery taking the first game here in this best of 3. GG. Very nicely played by XGD. They got the exact draft that they like to run. This is heroes that they play all of the time. They executed it very, very cleanly there. The A team looked like they were trying to strike back at moments. They got some good engage ults there from Johanna and Hanzo, but ultimately the frequency with which Zul'jin Distillery could turn around on that fight gave them the victory here. Let's go over to the post-match. See what the stats can tell us. Trench on the Gul'dan for the A team. Almost 39,000 hero damage there, just lambasting the entirety of Zul'jin Distillery with those Fell Flames, with those corruptions, but it could not convert to a win there. Over on the side of Zul'jin Distillery, DeWitt on the Varian actually getting ahead on damage by the end, edging out B-Fresh on the Tychus, showing what a tank can do. Take a quick look at the talents there as we close out our prediction. Update the scoreboard, and we'll get ourselves ready for a game number 2. Delicious, delicious water. You gots to have it. All right. An excellent start here for the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational. As we wait for game number 2, we're going to go to a very short break, and when we come on back, we'll see who can take the game 2 between the A team and Zul'jin Distillery. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We are setting up here for game number 2. This XGDI matchup between the A team and Zul'jin Distillery. Hope you're all having an excellent thing here. I'm nice getting back into the groove with a nice little best of 3 in one of my favorite Heroes of the Storm side leagues. I'm happy to be here. Let them know that I'm all ready to go as our lobby is up and running. We've got one single cat with us. The other one I'm sure is causing chaos somewhere in the house. But while we have a moment, let's go over to map select. And for those who missed the first one, we have a massive 13 map pool. 3 map bans per team. We're going to be going to Battlefield of Eternity next, once again chosen by Zul'jin Distillery. We'll see how they can pull it out here as the draft has started. Let's jump on in. Here we are. Battlefield of Eternity for game number 2. Once again, the A team will be first to act. See if they want to alter their bans at all given the game 1 performance there of Zul'jin Distillery. See if they want to alter their own picks. They're going to stick with that Diablo ban though, as DeWitt is a pretty scary Diablo. Gotta watch out. Gotta watch out for the big red machine. Zul'jin Distillery sticking with the Junkrat ban here in the early going. Junkrat, of course, the most BS of all heroes. I don't begrudge them that ban. The A-team, considering their next one, still going to stick with the Sylvanas ban, so they've done the research enough to have these bans locked in. Not going to alter things based on game number 1. Zul'jin Distillery. I think we saw a Tassadar ban last time. Not likely to see that here. We are going to see a Johanna ban, though. Going to force Moose Cannon onto something else here. Tootie is going to go ahead and take away the Stukov from Lead. A crafty first pick from the A-team, all sticking with their initial ban strategy. Stukov's notable weakness is a lack of cleanse. Does have an ult to be able to slap people away, does have a silent zone to be able to try to dissuade further engagement, but without that cleanse. We'll see if Zul'jin Distillery wants to stack up the stuns here. Just going with the double damage rotation, though. Ankle Shot is going to grab a Falstad here, and Be Fresh goes for the Vault. Falstad, decent side clear. Can do a little split pushing and fly away from trouble. Possibly even global into a fight. Not one that we see an awful lot on Battlefield of Eternity, though. I'm interested to see what Ankle Shot does with a hero whose strengths are generally based around maps with heavier rotations. Korsikov is going to go give us our first blaze of the day here for the A-team, and Harkenji is going back to the Hanzo. Well-known staple here on Battlefield of Eternity. I imagine we'll see that W on 4 to be able to get the consistent race on these Immortals. Zul'jin Distillery actually going to ban away the Anubarak this time. Going to try to limit the tank pool of the A-team. Korsikov did play the Sonya last game. I'm imagining they're planning this Blaze to be an off-lane Blaze, though Blaze can play the main tank position when needed. A-team is going to get rid of Garrosh here, so really squeezing the tank options are both teams coming into the back half of the draft. No Varian ban, though. We could see DeWitt just go straight back to the Varian. Though Muradin is up, there's still, there's still some tank options. May's available. Valganis is a thing. So is Tyrael. DeWitt is going to bring us the Tyrael for Zul'jin Distillery. Cowboy Kyle going back to the old standard on the Rexar. And now the A-team has got to worry about how they round this out. What do they do against this Tyrael? What do they do against the powerhouse damage combo of Vala Falstad? So far, their composition is very front-to-back focused, which Tyrael can thwart a little bit. See if they can draft anything to get back there. They're going to go with the Mei Lunara. Some great slows, some great vision control here coming out for the A-team. Always love to have vision around the middle objective. There's a lot of places to put that Wisp, to have the Sentinel Wisp activate, and to see a large, large portion of that middle area. See if Hanzo and Lunara can actually get back to Vala Falstad, though, through this Tyrael Rexar in the front. Led is going to round things out with a Tyrande here for Zul'jin Distillery. Using that Hunter's Mark on the objective is a pretty effective form of Immortal Burn here. Vala, of course, a great Immortal Burner already. Falstad, not too bad with those autos. So we could see Zul'jin Distillery, if they get any kind of positional or rotational advantage on the objective, get this objective down very, very quickly. Alrighty, let's get another prediction going here. Start that up. Lovely, lovely, fantastic. All right, we're setting up here for game number 2. The A-team looking to strike back against Zul'jin Distillery here. See if XGD has what it takes to take the 2-0 in this matchup. They're starting to load on in. The health bars, or the loading bars, are starting to fill. But take the time to bet. Who do you think's going to take this game number 2? It's going to be an exciting one. We're loading in. Let's get into the game. Here we are, game number 2. Once again on the left in the blue, we have the A-team. Moose Cannon is on the May, Tootie on the Stukov, Harkin playing Hanzo, Trench is on Lunara, and we've got Korsakov on the Blaze. On the right in the red, we have Zul'jin Distillery, Be Fresh is on the Vala, DeWitt playing Tyrael, Lead is on Tyrande, Ankleshot is on the Falstad, and we've got Cowboy Kyle on the Rexar. Can Tyrande keep up against Lunara damage? I'm not sure. With May throwing out the blinds and it being generally difficult for Tyrande to get consistent auto attacks in that way, maybe not. We'll have to see if the poke is too much for poor Tyrande. Because Hanzo and Lunara provide quite a bit of poke. Oh, they've also got Tyrael. Tyrael to provide a little bit of shielding against that. The A-team, I feel like they've got a pretty good opportunity with this draft to bring this to a 1-1. Pretty calm opener here. Checking in on the top lane. Not quite so calm as Korsakov and Cowboy Kyle are going to go ahead and butt heads up here. Try to drain the resources of the other. Tyrande thinking about a rotation towards top lane, but is starting to come on back down here for Zul'jin Distillery. Vala breaking off here. Are they going for a steal? Oh, those cheeky devils. Be Fresh and Lead are going for a 1-minute Shaman camp steal on the left-hand side. The A-team are going to put some pressure onto the bottom wall. Ankleshot and DeWitt are trying to stay out of vision here to not tip away the play. They've already got the dogs down. Shaman's down to half. I don't think they're going to be spotted. Wisp is staying here on the low side. There's the Tyrande owl. And then they go, hey, wait a minute, where did that owl come from? And the camp is stolen. Lead and Be Fresh going to be able to get on out of there. So camp for camp, game number 1, the A-team went in and stole that bruiser camp, and now Zul'jin Distillery has taken away the Shaman from the A-team. That's why it's tough. You got to be able to keep vision as much as possible of where the opponent is. It was a good job feinting there by the remaining 2 members in lane, getting behind the wall to try to hide the numbers, and hide the numbers they did. Camp is cleared away, though. Bottom camp was taken during the chaos there by Zul'jin Distillery as well. Though with Lunara, shouldn't be too much trouble. Going with the Blossom Swell on 4 is Lunara. An interesting choice here from Trench. It's been very common for Lunara on standard maps to go with that Blossom Swell lately. Very good in team fights, getting that extra splash and extra area of effect is very powerful. However, we are here on Battlefield of Eternity. The, Hanzo did go for the serrated arrows on 4 to help with the immortal race here, but I feel like giving up that, it's not unfair advantage, it's whatever the one that makes you do more damage to PvE. That's a tough sell for me, but we'll see if it works out here for the A-team to have the Lunara be a little bit more teamfight focused and the Hanzo be a little bit more PvE focused. So we see Zul'jin Distillery just creating a little bit of space there. Moose Cannon caught by the Lunar Flare. Pretty close on the objective race there. About 2,200 health between the Immortals. See who comes out ahead. It looks like it's going to be a straight race left and right. Zul'jin Distillery getting a ton of work done there. That Tyrande with the Hunter's Mark is providing huge value here for Zul'jin Distillery. And now they're going to get the first Immortal of the game, pushing through the bottom lane. See Rexxar headed on up top with Blaze, as is often done. And now Zul'jin Distillery thinking about some pressure here in the bottom lane. Looks like we have a disconnect, but we'll see if it's enough for a pause. Looks like it is. So we'll bring it on back to me for a moment. We got the 3, 2, 1, and here we go. First objective resumed here in the bottom lane. And it's like Rexxar never left. Uh-oh, Trench is going to get stunned in the corner there. There's the follow-up. Can they get the kill? Lunara is able to jump on back there. Led was following up with that Lunar Flare, though, doing some great work for Zul'jin Distillery. But it looks like the objective is going to be cleared away pretty effectively here. Fort damaged, but not destroyed. The A-team put up a pretty decent defense. They're going to hold their fort above half health. Meanwhile, on the top side, Korsakov is actually just taking this camp. I don't know if Rexxar missed it. Korsakov is not going to cap it here as we see the rest of the team starting to come on up. They're going to look for the gank. Cowboy Kyle is stunned. Tootie and Trench starting to come across, but now Misha's on the point. Korsakov moving around here. They're looking for Cowboy Kyle. There's a very nice oil placement, and that is Rexxar going down. Looks like a pretty greedy play there, not capping the camp, but it turns out fine there for the A-team. Zul'jin Distillery, in the meantime, was trying to push bottom lane. Try to pick up this structure. The minion wave is on the way, and it seems like they might get close. Tootie is rotating on down here. Trench as well, and they're going to have to save this structure one more time. So the A-team getting a little bit of a advantage here in the top side, as now Rexxar is back. Bottom camp being watched by both teams. Finally, Zul'jin Distillery going to jump on this one. DeWitt trying to ward away there in the front, is starting to take some poke damage, just going right down to half. There's the silence and the slow. Tyrael's actually going to get caught there. Great job by the A-team following up on that engage opportunity. Oh, but Lunara chased down by the Hungering Arrow is going to fall as well. Great turnaround there from Zul'jin Distillery. On the top side, Korsakov getting the fort wall down as our next objective phase is now activated. We're in defensive positions here, but Zul'jin Distillery stepping right up with all that extra damage from Be Fresh. The A-team still clearing out the bottom lane that from earlier are going to give up the entirety of this halftime to find their level 10s. We see the Flailing Swipe, Bunker, Ice Wall, Dragon Strike, and Thornwood Vine here for the A-team, going for definitely a more long-range poke style. Be Fresh getting out of trouble as Korsakov going to hit a little bit of a jet propulsion there. 10s are now in for Zul'jin Distillery. We're going to see the Sanctification and the Mighty Gust unleash the boards to come on out as well. Starfall for Tyrande and Rain of Vengeance here for the Valo. And this could be our first big engage. Trench is going to step up and put the damage onto Ankle Shot as we see Be Fresh trying to throw those Hungering Arrows onto the objective. Nice stun coming on out for the Peel as Be Fresh is now being run down by Trench. Bunker is having to be popped by Blaze. Ice Wall stopping 2 allows Korsakov to move it on back. Ankle Shot with a very nice gust away. Led is actually caught in the full Dragon Strike there. Has to come on back. Misha going to go down as Korsakov trying to re-engage onto the back line. Blossom Swell and the Growing Infestation not quite getting the follow-up they wanted. But Zul'jin Distillery still losing the Misha Bear is going to grab their Shaman Camp here on the right and allow the A-team to get a lot of work done for free on this bottom side objective. They're going to try to respond here, but Moose Cannon is going to slow them down. There's a great blizzard onto many. Extra stun from Korsakov. Can they get this kill? We're going to see Misha go down as Ankle Shot and Be Fresh trying to get this. Sanctification from Tyrael, but Be Fresh had already vaulted away. Vala goes down. Cowboy Kyle caught on the outside is going to fall. They give up 2, but Zul'jin Distillery ultimately does pick up this Immortal to get pushing the top lane. Tootie taking some hits there is going to be able to get behind the wall. Boost Cannon trying to set out some blizzards to zone. Harkin is actually going to be caught there by the Immortal. Ankle Shot was going for an engage there. DeWitt not going to be caught by the ice wall as the pressure continues. Moose Cannon could be in some trouble here. Dragon Strike actually thrown out to create a little bit of space, and May will use that to get back on the line here. Blaze is starting to rotate up to the top side here as Rexar is pinned in the bottom lane. Tootie knocked away there as the fort does go down. Blaze thinking about an engage, but the rest of the team is starting to move on back. Korsakov with a huge stun onto 3. Moose Cannon with the follow-up. Can they find lead here? Tyrande trying to move away. Ankle Shot with another fantastic gust, and they find the turnaround kill onto Lunara. Zul'jin Distillery continues to stay barely alive and find these counter kills. With the player advantage. We are going to see top side being taken. Moose Cannon trying to come on in here. Couldn't get the follow-up. DeWitt is going to get away there as Zul'jin Distillery claims the top camp. Kyle Ferguson coming on through with the big ITN crew raid. Hope you had a great time with the Bonanza. They got to play in the first game there. Had a fantastic time with the crew. Now I'm doing some Zul'jin Distillery invitational action. Our hosts, Zul'jin Distillery, are up 1-0 here in this best of 3, and now they're looking for a camp invade onto the A-team camp on the left side. Follow-up stun is great as Tootie takes a hit there. Ankle Shot trying to get the last auto attack, will get the kill on the Stukov. The Sanctification is going to deny the big play from Harkin. Now we've got an ice wall on the point as Tyrael comes back just in time. Vala going down on the bottom side. Trench is pushing lead out as DeWitt is maintaining pressure on the point, but May finds the stun, and DeWitt is ultimately going to go down. Nice job by the A-team to keep their camp. They lose. Oh, they're going to lose a second there, but they find the double kill on their side as well. Meanwhile, though, top camp is pushing into the wall. Immortals are spawning soon. Zul'jin Distillery is going to head on back to lick their wounds a little bit here. The A-team, honestly, on pretty even footing coming into this next Immortal phase. Hope you're doing well, Gregarian. Hope you had a great time over at the ITN Bonanza. We are going to see Zul'jin Distillery step on up here, get a little bit of damage in. Hanzo a little bit back is coming to join the team, as the A-team do have a Shaman camp pushing in the bottom lane. Looking to step on up. There's the Holy Ground from DeWitt, creating a little bit of space. Ice Wall will not connect there. Boost Cannon still going to go in and try to isolate onto 2. There is a huge play onto Misha. Misha going to go down there. You're going to see the bunker popped by Korsakov to try to stay alive as DeWitt is caught there. Oh, it's actually going to get stunned by the last little bit of that blizzard. Trench taking a large hit. Now Korsakov was looking for a flank, but Zul'jin Distillery get the punish there as they look to move in onto this objective. Meanwhile, Hanzo on the top side has been clearing this away diligently for the A-team, and looks like may trigger the halftime mark here with a small advantage for the A-team. Harkin trying to move on down here. Uh-oh, May bit off more they can chew. Is going to natural agility over the wall. Moose Cannon being chased out here is being body blocked by the rest of the A-team, unfortunately. Zul'jin Distillery is able to loosen those health bars enough to be able to jump on back and hopefully finish off this objective. They do so effectively. Now they're looking for Moose Cannon. The follow-up from Tyrande is great, and May is going to go down after throwing out that ice wall. Dragon Strike is going to put some damage onto Cowboy Kyle. Misha is going to go down as well. Ankle Shot, oh, almost hit on that low side there. But Zul'jin Distillery gets away. Meanwhile, this whole time, the Shaman camp has been pushing out the bottom lane, so Zul'jin Distillery are not going to have a minion wave along with this objective. And the A-team, with that macro pressure, is going to get a very easy clear on this Immortal phase. Zul'jin Distillery is looking for their 16s. They find it, and they're going to try to find an opportunity to step up. But their objective is almost entirely down here as they try to push through the bottom keep. They may still try to bully on through with their 16s, but it's pretty difficult when all you have is matched minion waves here on the bottom side. Left side Bruiser still has a minute left on it. Bottom camp is now up. We're going to see Zul'jin Distillery head on back and tag that one. The A-team, looks like Korsakov wants the top camp, is going to move right on past the wave here. Bottom camp claimed. The A-team is about to get their 16s. All they got to do is just pop this wave and they'll be on their way. Korsakov basically already clearing this solo here for the A-team, is going to get the 1-for-1 on the siege camps. Zul'jin Distillery just going to come on up here and try to clear this away. DeWitt can't find anyone on the top corridor there, because the A-team had already wiggled on back. We're 16 versus 16. Zul'jin Distillery does have one extra structure in the top lane, but they have no keeps down as of now. The A-team absolutely have an opportunity to take a next big fight over the mid objective and try to take over this map. Shaman camps will be traded here. Our next Immortals are getting ready to spawn in. Zul'jin Distillery might be trying to quick clear the Shaman camp before heading to the Immortal. They do have 15 seconds to do so. Wave is cleared away. We see the A-team doing the same thing here on the top side, and that's kind of the downside of taking your Shaman camp too early. Both teams have actually been able to clear them away without losing any time on the objective phase. See the A-team trying to step up here. Zul'jin Distillery using their range to take this down. Nice Ice Wall is going to catch Tyrael here. Boost Cannon wants to engage on the low side. Be Fresh is able to move away from Korsakov. Nice timing on the Dragon Strike. Unfortunately, the setups did not connect there. But that's kind of how you got to do it. When you're Dragon Strike Hanzo, you just got to assume things are going to go well because you've got such a wind-up on your heroic ability. Now we see Zul'jin Distillery just trying to trigger the halftime here. Hungering Arrows are being intercepted en route. DeWitt moves on up to try to get some auto attacks here. Led and Cowboy Kyle on the bottom side are actually going to get engaged onto there. That's a huge for the A-team. A great Sanctification, though, is going to find the save here for Zul'jin Distillery. Lunara goes down. Stukov to fall as well. Arkin is being chased out, but has the natural agility to move on back. Korsakov finds the quick stun. Crossfire does not connect. That is going to be a third kill. Moose Cannon gets the ice wall, but still Ankle Shot is alive, and that is a fourth kill here for Zul'jin Distillery. Arkin trying to move on in there, but Ankle Shot denying as much access as possible, as we see Be Fresh going to be cleaning up this Immortal for Zul'jin Distillery. Rest of the team trying to prep the bottom lane here. Imagine the objective is going top. There it goes. As we see bottom starting to take some hits. Be Fresh coming to join. It looks like we may have just a total split push situation here. They've got to hold on for a while because the objective still isn't even at the keep wall yet. Zul'jin Distillery fakes going to top lane but decides to come on back down. They're going to demand a presence here from the A-team. Blaze on the top side alone, trying to clear out this Immortal. Trench stepping up there, trying to find some damage, and Lunara is going to be punished and will be taken down. Ice Wall not enough to get the save. Sanctification popped by Tyrael to deny the Dragon Strike value off of that Ice Wall. And this looks like it's going to be bottom keep to fall here. Without Lunara to poke on in and punish, Zul'jin Distillery claims the structure. Top fort actually going to go down as well with the help of these catapults. All of a sudden, Zul'jin Distillery in an opportunity to possibly push towards core. Lunara still down for 25 seconds, 20 advantages here. Zul'jin Distillery could really use another pick or two. See if they want to stick around to find out. Looks like they're just going to full-on move back here, not believing that they're going to be able to find an effective pick. It's always a tough call to be had. It's always a tough call because you're ahead in experience. You have the level 20s. If things go wrong, you don't want to just give the free catch-up experience over there. But it's kind of a situation where it's like, are we going to get a better fight than this? There's really no reason for the A-team to step up onto the map at all. The camps are going to be pushing in. The waves are already pushing in with those constant catapults. So level 20 is being delivered to the A-team as we speak. I feel like I would have liked to see Zul'jin Distillery just kind of go core there and see if they could make a run of it. See Tyrael thinking about another camp invade here. Is just going to walk on up. The A-team in the area. We'll see if Harkin has the cooldown to scout this out. Looks like the answer is no. Because now we've got camps pushing in both lanes for Zul'jin Distillery. Our next objective phase is about to be called, and there it goes. Shaman camp stolen, so we're going to have a double push with 2 catapults in the bottom lane. In the top lane, 2 catapults and a Khazra camp. The A-team have a lot of clearing to do. They're almost certainly not going to be here on time for this Immortal spawn. Meanwhile, another Shaman camp here for Zul'jin Distillery. Just absolutely running the board on macro right now, pinning the A-team into their base. If they want to fight, they'd have to give up massive wave pressure. DeWitt is going to cut off May there, as the objective is taken down to halftime. 20 is almost here, but it's got to get here fast. See the split coming on out here? There's 20. The A-team has to run across now, but this is aggressive positions. Zul'jin Distillery are going to be burning this down extremely quickly. Moose Cannon trying to create space with the ice wall there, but we're under 1,000 health, and this is going to be the objective going on over. But look at this engage! DeWitt in trouble! Misha and Falstad go down. The Sanctification finds the save onto Tyrael, and the A-team with a fantastic pin there find the 1.5, but unfortunately are going to be having a full shield immortal barreling down into their keep, or into their core, I should say. Objective is on the way here. Trench discovered on the low side by B-Fresh. Tootie and Trench want an opportunity to back, but Vala is not going to allow it. Vala has to watch out as it's still a 1v2. And now we see Korsakov in trouble on the top side as this Immortal is now on the core. Arkin going to be stunned out there. Lunar is actually going to fall on the backside. Trading out for Vala there. Stukov getting the last hit. Dragon Strike gets a lot of Cowboy Kyle's health out, but the core is down past 70%, and this Immortal is barely scratched. The objective going to be a little bit too strong here as it looks for the side of the A-team to defend. Nice follow-up stun from Tyrande. We're going to see May and Blaze both going down. The core is to fall, and Zul'jin Distillery are going to take the 2-0. GG. A very nicely played Battlefield of Eternity. They did everything they needed to do, got the waves cleared, got the camps taken, and forced the A-team into tough decision after tough decision. It looked like the team fight was starting to go their way. A huge wombo in the mid for the A-team, but unfortunately the map just too far gone, and Zul'jin Distillery takes the 2-0. Let's go over to the post-match, see what the stats can tell us here. Trench on the Lunara, nearly 59,000 hero damage for the A-team. B-Fresh on the Vala, over 62,000 damage for Zul'jin Distillery. Throw up the talent screen as we close out our prediction. Update the scoreboard, and we will see if we can find ourselves an interview with our victors. Alrighty. Just gonna hang out in the lounge until someone boogies on in here. Hope you had a good time, chat. Nice little cash 2-0 on a Wednesday night. Just keeping an eye out for anyone who wants to come on in for a chat. I don't want to ping anyone in the Discord in case I just spoil the outcome. Maybe I'll send a DM. We'll try that. Alrighty. Looks like we got the crew coming on through. DeWitt, Cowboy Kyle. Congratulations on the 2-0.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Fantastic to have the league started up again. How's it feel to come back after quite a break?
It's nice actually. I forget how much fun the invitational is. Just getting to kind of loosen up, um, play some strange maps here and there. Not today though, but I think they banned out all the strange maps.
Let's see what was left in terms of strangeness. Hanamura was banned. Sky was banned. Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything out of the ordinary got taken out there in the ban phase. Garden, Hanamura, Haunted, Volskaya, and Sky Temple. All gone. No fun allowed in our triple ban phase. What can we say?
Hey, if that's how they want to play it, that's fine. That's what the
Right.
bans are for.
Were you surprised when the voting came on through and with a 13 map pool we still can't get Warhead Junction?
I was surprised we didn't get ARAM again. Like that was one of my favorite.
We have had the
seasons.
we've had the ARAM in the map pool in the past. I remember, I believe it was last season, season 7, we had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either last or the season before, but if I were, making all the rules and not letting people vote, then we would 100% have ARAM in.
Maybe we'll have to have a vote on whether people can vote. ARAM is awesome.
I agree.
So how did it feel to get in there today? It seemed like the first draft there on Tomb of the Spider Queen was pretty much exactly what you wanted to be running at all times. Was that just, were you surprised that you were able to string that draft together?
Yeah, I think so. You know what I mean? We just went to some of our comfort picks there. Led is a monster on Stukov, and just kind of getting a little bit what we wanted there. Just kind of follow up. I think we as a team we kind of play better when we play to our strengths. So just kind of going to those comfort picks really worked out for us.
Looking fantastic out there. Looking at game number 2. A little bit more of a macro style, getting the Tyrande out there to get the Immortal race down, Q build, Vala, and all that good stuff. It's Battlefield of Eternity. It always kind of gets this rap as the map with no macro. But it seemed like macro was a pretty important part of how you were able to get ahead there. Are there really that many fewer chores on Battlefield to get done?
I think it's just different. Like, I honestly it has more. Uh, I think you have to consider your actions a lot more than even some maps like shrines and stuff. You may not have as far to go, but if you get like a few seconds on Battlefield can be like a fort essentially. Um, if you get the race started first, if you sneak out of camp like really quickly and you manage to get in position anyway, stuff like that. It's definitely a min-max kind of map.
Very well played. Nice clean 2-0 there to start things off. I saw that you played yesterday as well, so getting those games in quickly. Are there any teams you're looking forward to facing here in the first phase of XGDI that you haven't played yet?
We only have one more in the first phase,
Oh,
and that would be Rebel, Region Rebel.
ah.
So we honestly, I've never seen them play or played against them. I know they. Let's see. I think they're in the grand finals or already did the grand finals with the team we just played.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. Yeah, the A team we saw today, Regen Rebel, they're going to be playing in the Division E Grand Finals next Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. we're looking forward to playing them. I don't know what they're gonna bring. Hopefully, I know Taco's pretty interesting, good guy, and I wonder if he'll bring some like interesting picks in. I'd like to see
Taco's
it.
got a very personalized draft plan. I think it works really well for his team. Like, cause I'll do mock drafts against him sometimes, and on paper I'm looking at things going, I don't understand why this works. And he's like, this is a draft we run all the time. I'm like, okay. So it's interesting to see that come on out, and I hope it's something that we get to see here in XGDI with Rebel coming on in.
For sure.
But a great 2-0 tonight. Fantastic work out there. The floor is yours. Any shout outs you'd like to make as we close out here?
Yeah, shout out. Nutcracker, our sixth player, played for us yesterday, did awesome. Ripper, our significant others as well, if they're watching. And of course, to you for casting. Really appreciate it. You got anything, Kyle?
No, just thanks for. I just want to thank the community here and everybody who's still keeping Heroes of the Storm alive and well. It's an amazing game, and I'm glad there's still all of us playing it.
Fantastic. DeWitt, Cowboy Kyle, thanks for coming on by, and hope to see you again soon.
Thanks, Crush.
Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, folks.